Hi, I'm Lulu from Gut Feeling Holistic Health, and I'm here to talk to you today about accepting transition times in life. Sometimes life changes in ways that we saw coming or ways that take us totally by surprise, and either of those can be unsettling times. They can be accompanied with loss and grief and spending hours on the floor sobbing unexpectedly. Even when the change is moving towards something good, even when the transition is something we looked for or actively strove for. My teenager is about to move to the other side of the world in a few weeks. And 17 years later, I think I probably could have seen this one coming, but it feels really real now. And I'm feeling a little groundless about it. Very aware of this complicated soup of emotion and logistic, planning, grief, hope, fear, excitement, loss, spaciousness. Yeah, there's so much there. And it can be easy, whether those life transitions are around people coming and going, in and out of our lives, jobs coming and going, moves, or even just the internal life transitions that maybe don't look like much on the outside, but we can feel that there's change happening subterraneanly underneath it all. It's too easy to get swept away in the logistic planning for it all, trying to manage it and pin it down. For me right now, it looks like waking up at 3 a.m. going, I have to get her to the dentist one more time. She's not going to have dental care when she moves. That kind of planning can take center stage and make us think that we're in control of it all and keep us from touching into the really raw, vulnerable bits of our heart that are there. Those vulnerable bits, those beating hearts are there underneath the planning. So this is just about making space for those feelings, acceptance of that vulnerability and the mixture of emotions going on. Maybe finding some acceptance for the grief that can accompany these life transitions. We'll solve it all later. That's another video, like tips for managing it all with ease. That's round 2. Sometimes we're not there yet, and we just need to be with what is. For me, that means right now it's a combination of attending to the logistics, yes, making sure my kid knows how to go to the grocery store and make a good, financially savvy purchase on her own, comparing the cost of organic raspberries to, let's say, conventional bananas. Eye-opener for a kid about to take off into the world. So we're attending to all of that, but I'm also needing to make a lot of space and time. Space and time just to hang out with her, close the computer and really show up and be present with this person. Space and time for my emotions to just have their play. So that 2 hours I spent sobbing the other night, it began to arise during a meditation session, half an hour of just sitting, just breathing, just touching into my body and seeing what felt alive and what felt real. And it turned out to be really ferocious energy present there. Grief, fear, awareness that this major piece of my life that I'm letting go of now, this direct parenting of my child, brings to light lots of questions about my identity without her and without that. Who am I? what have I succeeded in? What have I built? What am I creating in my own life outside of that? And I felt scared, and I felt vulnerable and less than, and I felt sad. So I needed space and time for all of that to move through. And we'll probably need it again in the next few weeks and months as I come into acceptance with this new phase of my life. So giving it space, telling everybody about how I'm feeling. I'm done with keeping it a secret. I'm done with pretending everything's okay. So my friends ask me, how are you going? And I answer honestly. Maybe no surprise there. The manager at the gym I work out at says, how are you going? I might have started crying the littlest bit and said, it's tough. My kid's about to leave home. And what happens when we're honest like that is we create a space for other people to be honest and to feel their feelings in their lives as well. So we're changing the culture toward this radical truth and emotional intelligence when we're honest like that with everyone. We also open the door for this beautiful compassion to come in and to just wrap us up in warmth and kindness and love. The manager at the gym, like, his biceps are as big around as my torso, and he looks really tough. And, he patted me. He reached over the counter to give me a pat and tell me, oh, yeah, I know. It was so hard on me when I left home, and I missed my mom. And, we had this really lovely, sweet moment, and I felt so connected with him in a way that has not been my experience with the guy at the desk at the gym before. So this ability for connection to happen through being honest about the transitions in our life and struggles or pain that we might be feeling around that. Also not looking for people to fix it though. That's one of the things I'm very alert to when I'm sharing honestly about where I'm at, because some people, just like me, wanting to handle the logistics so I don't have to feel the pain. Other people might hear about that pain and want to go right into fix-it mode. Well, have you tried this and this and this? This, amazing app to stay in touch, or, I don't know, put a tracking chip on your kid. And nobody suggested that. I just thought of it because I thought of it. But sometimes we don't need those answers. We just need to be heard. And it's okay to stand your ground and back off and set that boundary when you're telling the grocery clerk about your life transition. It's okay to set the boundary and say, oh, thanks for the idea. I'm cool. I'm okay. I'm handling it. Yeah. Not trying to fix it is huge. But the one little fix that I think is wise, it's wise for me to take, is to maintain a bigger perspective. Giving ourselves space and time to feel the feelings exactly in this moment, this pinpoint moment. How do we feel right now? But also holding this bigger perspective of this feeling isn't going to last forever. In the particular situation I'm working with now, my kid's going to be gone. I'm going to have an empty nest, and I'm going to have more space and time to do things I want to do and take care of myself and have some real adventures without the responsibility of a young person relying on me at home. So there is life after these transitions, and it can be an exciting, wonderful life, and we can even see it coming in the distance, and it's good to remind ourselves of that sometimes. Right now, I'm not there. I'm still in the processing the shift, processing the transition, processing a lot of emotions about it. But every now and then, it's good to just remind myself there's a bigger picture out there. There's a bigger life out there beyond just this one change that's predominant in my life and has my attention right now. So I just had these things on my mind, wondering how the rest of you take care of yourselves through transitions like this. We haven't talked about how we're eating and how we're working out and how we're connecting with friends or spirituality or whatever it may be. But I'm curious to know how other people are working with this. So please leave me a comment, find me on my website, send me a contact form, and let me know how you go with navigating these big transitions and what kinds of things you need to feel supported and hopeful and whole, even in the midst of loss and emptiness. Okay. Wishing you many blessings. Thank you.